Look, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm here to tell you that there's a few lies floating around the online world in terms of affiliate marketing and how you can actually achieve success. And I'm going to break those down for you today. So stick around, I'll catch you guys right after this. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jamie here. I want to say a massive thanks for joining me in today's video. Going to be packed with value, so stick around. Now, before I get into the stuff, my name's Jamie, and if this is your first time here, I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, and pretty much all things digital. If any of that's of interest to yourself, I'd like to invite you to join me. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm putting out. So what are the big lies that we're being told out there? Well, look, this isn't something that I'm theorizing on, I'm living it. And proof is in the pudding. I've been doing this for around about 9 years at the time of recording. And when I got started, I really thought I needed to understand the complexities behind SEO. I thought I needed to learn HTML and coding websites. And I thought I needed to do all sorts of stuff. I've created apps, I've got into CPA marketing, got into Kindle, I have tried all sorts of e-commerce stuff online. I've run ads for across hundreds of accounts by now. You name it, I've done it, right? And so the crazy thing is that the big lie that we're told is that we need funnels, we need automations, we need email marketing, we need all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, and I don't want to sound like I'm being hypocritical here, but you don't really need all that stuff. All that stuff helps, but if you don't have a core process and a reason why people would want to buy from you versus the guy down the road, then all that stuff doesn't really matter. And I think that's one of the issues with online marketing in general, is that people come into this realm, and the analogy that I like to use, it's like when you go to a restaurant and there's two different types of restaurants. You've got one where you've got a big menu, there's 57 different things on the menu, and your brain, you can't work out which one you want. It's very hard for you to make a decision because you're presented with too many really good options. So you're like, oh, I don't know which way to go. And the same thing applies online, in my opinion. When you go out there and you're searching for how to make money online, how to get started with affiliate marketing and all that sort of stuff, what you find is people out there, they're selling these ideas of, you need to buy my YouTube course, you need to buy my Facebook ads course, you need to buy this, blah, 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 blah. Nothing wrong with any of them, by the way, but as a consumer, we go out there, we look for the right path for us. And usually it's quite often a lot more complex than we thought. Conversely, if you've got the other side of things, which is a restaurant where they have 3 items on the entree, this is often the case with weddings as well. I've noticed there's like 2 or 3 things on the entree, 2 or 3 things for the main, and 2 or 3 things for dessert. And that way, your brain, it's a lot easier for your brain to decide, well, okay, I'm going to have that with that, with that, easy, done. And I think that's one of the issues that I've found, is that because people are presented with so many options, they don't know which way to turn. So imagine for a moment that you're in a scenario where you don't need all that stuff. You don't need funnels, you don't need chatbots, you don't need automations, you don't even need ads or any of that paid stuff, right? All you need is a way to get your product, and if you don't have one, an affiliate offer that solves problems for people, that is there to help people out. All you need is a way to get you or your product in front of buyers. And how do you do that? Well, you can leverage the likes of your Facebook profile. You can also leverage the likes of Twitter. You can do the same thing there. Instagram, LinkedIn, just to name a few. Now, what I prefer is using Facebook, and the way that I do it is I frame myself as an expert, as a go-to person. And if you don't have that experience, that's completely fine. And admittedly, expert's a term that gets thrown around a lot, and I don't want to make it sound like I am a true expert. I'm always going to be a student of this game. I'm always going to be learning marketing tactics. I'm always going to be learning. So as much as you are a couple of steps ahead of some other people, you're always going to be under, a few steps below someone else, right? So it's not about being, oh, look at me, I've accomplished life, I've finished life, now I've clocked it. It doesn't work like that. So, but if you are in a situation, because a lot of the time, limiting beliefs start kicking into gear at this stage, and they're like, well, Jamie, sounds great, but I mean, you've been doing this for years, I don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. And that's completely fine. You can be completely authentic about that. And all you need to do is just frame yourself like someone who's learning to become the expert, right? Like you're learning this process as you go along. So you brand yourself as someone who's the go-to, that you stand out. You're different from the competition. And the way that you do that is you be yourself, okay? You just come out and you produce content in your own voice. You talk about your flaws. I talk about the things that have gone wrong for me, which has been a lot, by the way, over the years. And so I talk about that because it allows my audience to see the real me, and allows them to connect with me on a deeper level, because I'm not zapping around in a Lamborghini, and I'm not so far removed from their reality. I'm just the kind of dude next door that is an affiliate. I'm making good income from it, but I'm not really that different. I've had my setbacks, I've had my flaws, I go through all this stuff, right? And so that's part of it. You're just being authentic, and you produce content. So you produce content in a very specific format, and the way that you do that is that you're integrating different components. You want to show off your lifestyle. You want to, a photo of you having a cup of coffee in the morning, a photo on your last vacation, for example. You want to try and teach people things as you're going along. So you add content, whether it's video, whether it's a written post, whatever, that looks to help someone else out. And if you're able to do that, it helps build up that trust factor massively. And then the last part of it, of course, when you start getting your own sales, which inevitably will happen if you keep going down this pathway, you start putting them out there. You do it in a way that doesn't look to cater to your ego. It's nothing like that. You don't put it out every day. Look at me, made $1,000 again today. Woohoo! It's every now and then you put something out that kind of lets the audience be reminded that, hang on, this person's getting results. Whatever they're doing, they are getting results. And that's what I do. That's my content plan. I put that out in a very specific order in that way. And that's the way that you're going to be able to relate to your audience. Now, for that, and the reason why you do that, by the way, is because it takes a little while, by the way, but eventually it'll kick in the attraction marketing factor. And once you've got the attraction marketing factor down pat, something cool happens. People reach out to you. They come to you with questions. They come to you, what are you doing? How are you making this money online? What's actually happening over here? This is kind of cool. I've been following you for a while, but I've always been in the background wondering how you've been able to do it. So tell me. And these leads are coming to you, right? So it takes a little while, I must admit. So the third part of it is being social on social media. How do you do that? Easy. Go out and you find people that are interested in the same topic as you. You go out, you engage with their content, you reach out to them, you have a conversation, you treat them like a human being. Hey, how's it going? How's life? I notice you're from Timbuktu. Looks like a nice place. Never been there myself. How's it all going over there? Chat. Some of those conversations, those people will be curious. Why is this person reaching out to me? Who is this person? Sometimes they're just going to block you. They don't like you. They don't like your face, the way you present, anything like that. That's fine. You just got to move on. There's 7.5 billion people in the world. There's always going to be someone that likes you or doesn't like you. It's completely fine. You just got to get used to it. So some of those people are going to snoop your profile. They're going to see your content. They're going to see all this value and the stuff that you're teaching as you're going along. As you're learning something, you can then teach it. They're going to see that, and then they're going to see that either you or your associates or your mentors are getting results. And they're going to see your lifestyle, and they're going to relate to you because they feel like they know you. It's crazy. This is how it works. And so from that, sometimes that turns into a diagnostic process. Now, the crazy thing is that when I say diagnostic process, I mean sales, okay? It's selling stuff, but I don't like the connotations that come along with the term sales. So I prefer to use the term diagnostic. And the reason why is quite simply because I know that the programs that I have, that the coaching that I offer isn't going to be right for everyone. And that comes to the last part of it, which is being prepared to walk away from the deal. Now, there's no point whatsoever in you trying to force something onto someone that they don't need, that doesn't help them, that isn't going to be the right fit for them, okay? And that is the last part of it. It's really, really simple. So notice, and none of this I've mentioned using funnels, I haven't mentioned using email marketing, which, like I say, I know that's kind of ironic because I do use all that stuff, but it's because I've got my core process down pat. I know why people are going to buy and why they're not going to buy. And once I've got that process, which like I say is really, really basic, reshape my profile, I reach out to people, reach out to 20 people a day in my chosen industry. I have a conversation with them like a normal human, trying to find out about their lives and what they're up to, all that sort of stuff. And then sometimes they'll see my content, they'll be curious about what I'm doing, and they'll reach out to me. And sometimes I'll just make an offer to my audience every now and then. And that's my entire business right there. Once I've got that, that's when I've now added funnels. I've now added advertising. I've now added more YouTube stuff. I've added email marketing, chatbots, all that stuff, because I can handle it. But I don't need it. If all that stuff went away, as long as I've got a platform to do this technique on, it doesn't matter, right? And you'll probably find that what I'm saying here is echoing a lot of stuff that some of the other people in the industry also speak about. And that's because it comes down to fundamentals of sales, marketing, branding. And if you understand those on a fundamental basis, the rest of it's really easy. And that way now, going back to my analogy of the menu, basically now when I'm buying stuff, and I do still buy a lot of products and services and different things, it's not because I'm looking for the golden goose. It's not like, okay, I'm now buying this thing on how to run ads on this particular network because I hope this works. I hope this is going to be the one. It's because I think, how can I integrate this into what I'm currently doing? Does this tie in with what I'm aligned with now? Because I'm very clear on that, on my daily method of operation, my DMO, which is, like I say, I told you, everything that I do every day. Because everything, if the ads and all that sort of stuff on top of that aligns with that, then I'll buy it. And there might be one module out of an entire course that I'm interested in that is going to help my business, that is going to help me grow. And if that's the case, it's paid for itself. And there's a massive difference. It's not shiny object syndrome anymore. It's now, does this align with what I'm doing, and is it going to drive my business forward? And so that was a huge mindset shift for me as well. So anyway, sure, use funnels. Sure, build out your products. Sure, get email marketing. It's all very important. But unless you have that method of driving customers to your offer and building relationships in that regard, then the rest is kind of pointless. And if you'd like some help on this, all you need to do, there's a link below there. Reach out, let's have a chat. Probably not going to be for you, I'll be honest. It's not going to be for most people, but I can help you out if you are prepared to work hard, take action, and you can see that what I'm talking about is the basis of any solid online business. Anyway, my name's Jamie. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I say, if you could kindly subscribe, hit that bell notification, and if you did get value out of this, drop a comment, let me know what you'd like to learn, and I can offer that as part of my future videos. Thanks very much for joining me, guys. I'll see you in the next one.